Welcome back to the channel. I finally got some in-house to check out the company Alfa as well as the boots that they're making so that you can finally make an informed decision with a good review that there's not many here on YouTube. There are some. So that's why I'm calling this one the definitive review. Well, as stated, I've been looking around YouTube for the longest time for Alfa boot reviews. Alfa Western Wear is the company that sells these boots, and then they sell exotic print style boots made out of real leather. And you can find some exotic style boots that are like, not genuine all over the internet, and you can find them for low prices, but they're not that good. This company and a handful of other companies make exotic prints that actually look good, that you would actually want to wear out. And like many folks, when I'm about to make a purchase, I want to do some research to figure out, is this a good buy or not? And so I went to the internet and could not find anything, especially on YouTube, concerning Alfa Western Wear. Usually I go to YouTube because I want a more in-depth review. I could find a couple of things out there on, let's say, TikTok or Instagram, but nothing in-depth. It's usually an unboxing. Hey, I'm going to try them on. That's about it. So I am going to give you an in-depth review so that you can make a confident buying decision. So I'm going to unbox all three of these guys and then set them on the table and talk about them. So here they are, Alfa Western Wear boots. And I have three different kinds right here. These two look like each other, but they are different. Now, I want you to stick with me for the whole entirety of this video because I have a lot to say. Not to mention, I didn't only just buy three boots. I purchased one more that is not here, but you will see a clip of it in the video. And then I have two more that are actually on the way. One should have been here today, and I got one coming here pretty soon. So that ought to tell you a little bit of something. But so I definitely did my homework to give you this definitive review that I'm going to give you here. So first of all, what do we have? This is what I consider their flagship boot. It's the one that kind of brought me in and kind of made me look at them. Except for the caveat that this I ordered with the wooden color. So it's not wooden color, but natural color leather is what they call it. And it's just, that brownish. And I'll flash a picture of what I ordered. But this is the one that always ends up getting sold out, is the one with the brown bottom, got the red on the bottom, but the brown sole and heel and edge. I call them the edge. The snake skin, and it would have also the matte black also on the shaft. This one in particular has the red innards, as I like to call them, and it's kind of cool. Red innards all the way. And I'm going to do a full review on this in another video. I'm just going to kind of briefly go over it. I will do the on foot and everything like that in the separate video. I will do more of a review on these two right now, but this one deserves its own separate review because, like I said, this one is kind of the flagship. In other words, this is one they're always selling out on. Not necessarily the back bottom, but again, we'll get into that in a second. And this is the small python print. This is the more like the actual python print that you're going to get if you purchase an actual exotic python print. This is about the size that it's going to look like. So the scales on the side, the scales down of the belly, going down the middle. My favorite look, and that's why I love it so much. This one is the jumbo. If you could see that there, this is the jumbo print. This is the jumbo python scales, and they're huge. So when I see this, I think more of anaconda than I would python, simply because it's just a humongous snake. So I personally call them the anacondas because there's such a huge print. Also, it's all matte black. It's got the red bottoms and it's got the red innards. Really nice boot. And last but not least, for certain, are these full quill ostrich prints. So this is not an actual full quill ostrich, but as you can see, you wouldn't be able to notice. You wouldn't be able to tell unless you got up in there and started looking deep in there. I mean, just the leather quality. If you can see that, just the leather quality looks like full quill ostrich, just the way it wrinkles. This is why I was drawn to Alfa Western Wear, simply because these look good. They look good. And my personal philosophy is, look, if you want a pair of prints, by all means, go for it. I think that genuine is awesome too. Genuine is very expensive. And as if you're familiar with my channel at all, I talk about boots that range from $50, even $40. Actually, I even reviewed a Temu boot, so all the way down to like $28, all the way up to I've reviewed some Dan Post exotics, which are the fish scale. They're not the big Pioruku, but they're smaller fish scale, and those were about closer to $300. So I review the gamut, and I really love to think about the beginner when it comes to wearing boots and Western wear. It's like you're trying to get into it, and you're not trying to spend a lot of money, but we understand that when it comes to boots, they're expensive. All that being said, what do I think, right? I got one more. Let me show you this clip of a boot that I purchased. Check it out. This is the box, and these are the boots. Now, right off the bat, when people say this smells like glue, it smells like chemicals, absolutely not. It smells like any other boot that I've purchased before. It smells like a boot barn in here. It smells like a Western wear store full of leather. It's very good. So these things smell absolutely fantastic. You can tell this is real leather. So here they are in all their glory. They look fantastic. They smell fantastic. And I'm not a big fan of this white shaft, but I knew that that's going to go under the jeans anyway, so I'm not worried about it. I've looked for this kind of ostrich leg print on their website, and I cannot find it. So I figured, okay, well, I'm not going to get these boots then. And so when they brought this up for auction, I was like, I have to get those. I have to get them. They are amazing. They're fantastic. And so that's exactly what I did. But this is the problem. Take a look at that. Each scale is printed. Each one is colored. Then there's that lighter color in the middle. There. Dark brown, light brown line. And they look like actual ostrich legs. Here, there's none of that. It's like here's the pattern, dark, a light line, dark, a light line, and then it just all blends together. And then you could see here, this texturing completely unpainted. And so when they auctioned the boot off, they just showed this boot. And so it looked great, no problem. But this is what I saw when I unboxed it for the first time. Not only that, as you can see there, that also doesn't match. That portion was not colored. So yeah, that's the ostrich leg, and I really wanted one of those ostrich legs. So when it came up for auction, I went in. So when I unboxed these boots, the ostrich I unboxed first, and then these ones. They do not smell like chemicals. They smell like leather. And this is that nice natural leather look that's on the sole and the heel. And so I really like this look. This is the color that I was looking for on these guys, but they did not have them. So this boot is one good looking boot. I can tell how it's cheaper simply by, it's very lightweight in comparison to boots. It's very lightweight. It feels cheaper. Not saying that it is cheaper. It feels cheaper. In the sense that it's lightweight, but it is real leather. It feels nice. It smells nice. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's lightweight because of some of the stuff that's on the inside. I don't know. So the insole is, I'm not sure if it's leather or not. It feels nice, but I don't know if it's leather or not, but it is very nice. So this boot, when I'm thinking about the other reviews that are on YouTube, that are kind of disparaging and say, this is no good. It smells like glue. It smells like rubber cement. Those reviews are a little bit older. Perhaps that was the case with Alfa. These are not that way. I smell leather. It smells good. It looks good, in my opinion. This is the cognac color. Everything I like about it. Sure, there are some blemishes, but let me be clear, just like I was talking about the ostrich legs, this one came from whatnot.com. So Alfa Western Wear on their social media, particularly their Instagram, started posting like, hey, we're on whatnot.com. If you're not checking it out, you're missing out. And I'm like, what the heck is whatnot.com? I've never heard of it before this point. I go on there, check it out, do some research. They're legit. I'm gonna go watch their show. I watch their show. Immediately I make pickups. So I purchased this one for $91 out the door. That's including shipping and tax and everything, $91, which is not bad. I think I won it for like 79 or something like that. So it's not that bad for what these are going on the website. It's 150. So I got a good deal. So I'm like, absolutely happy. These are the jumbo, the anaconda is what I call them. I got these ones for $69 on whatnot.com when I won the bid. That's a crazy price. And in this particular show, they were just being cool. They were like, I don't care if we're losing money. We're just putting it out for the people. And I got away with a steal, $69. Now, $69, I believe, was before tax and fees, meaning before shipping and handling, before tax. But $69, man, what a steal. What a steal. And once again, like I said earlier, this one is going to get its own review. So just keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that this way you can see my review on this guy. So going back to these, why did I get such a great deal on them? Well, I think it also happens to be because, again, like I was talking about blemished versions, I looked at both of these boots. They are fantastic when it comes to the construction, when it comes to everything. Like some of the threads are hanging out a little bit. No big deal. Take a lighter to it. No problem. But what I did see is this. Some of the brass tacks are not fully nailed down. See if you could see that there. And that is kind of crazy to me. But at the very same time, I'm getting them on Whatnot. They're pretty cheap. I could take a hammer and just go bang, bang. I'm done, which is exactly what I'm going to do, because these are fantastic boots. They're real leather, especially these ones. All leather inside, and I mean all leather. I'm talking about leather all the way down, leather where your heel's going to slip, leather counter, leather insole, leather all the way in the vamp, leather everywhere, and leather heel and insole. So I'm like, I don't get it. These are some fantastic boots. So now let's get down to the brass tacks. What is my real opinion? And I know we're kind of halfway into this. What's my opinion about this? My opinion about the boots themselves. They're fantastic. They are all leather boots. And the newer ones that they've been creating are even better. Like I was saying, this one's like super lightweight. These guys are heavyweights. These guys are heavyweights. They're heavy boys, like regular boots are heavy boys, is what I mean. This is lightweight in comparison to regular boots. So what do I think about the company in general? That is the big part, and I hope you stayed around for this part, because this is the most important part about it all, okay? What do I think about the company in general, and what do I think about ordering boots from their website? I think it's a roll of the dice. And I mean, you're taking your chances. I'm saying it's a gamble. And I'm not saying that because I don't like these guys. I like Alfa boots. I really wanted to like them when I went into this whole thing of, I'm going to buy me some, I'm going to buy me these, and I want to wear them, but I'm going to review them for the channel because I know there's so many people who want to buy them and are looking for reviews. And so I bought them. And then I got on Whatnot and I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'm buying those, I'm buying those, and I'm buying those. I bought these from the website. I bought one extra pair that I got coming in the mail from the website. And I bought these two, the one and the other one that I just sent back. And then I got one in the mail that's coming. So 4 pair from Whatnot. What do I think about the company? First and foremost, if you purchase from their website, you cannot get a refund. That's a big deal. So if you purchase a boot, you cannot get a refund. If I'm like, you know what? That's from Whatnot, but this is from the website. And if I say, you know what? I don't really want to wear these. I haven't worn them out yet. They're still clean. They're brand new. Still got the tags on them, whatever. I want to send them back. I cannot get a refund. The other thing is that you can only get an exchange for another boot on the website. So you can't get a refund. You can't get your money back. You can only exchange it for another boot on their website, and you have to pay the shipping fees, which is another $20 back to them. So you're stuck. That's one of the worst parts. One of the worst parts. It's not the most worst part. I think the most worst part about Alfa Western Wear as a company is their customer service. And none of these things that I'm saying are not things that can be remedied. They all can be remedied. They all can be taken care of. And their customer service is not good. And here's why. Here's my experience. So I purchased the one with the natural leather bottoms. I think they just look better. You could see the double stitch. It's nicer. So I purchased those. They were in stock. They were not out of stock on the website. And so a week goes by, nothing. A week and a half goes by, nothing. 2 weeks goes by, and then they finally give me a call. Actually, it was about a week and a half. They finally give me a call and they say, hey, Mr. Perez, we do not have the ones that you ordered in stock, so we can switch them out for another color. And I was like, you guys don't have them in stock. You said they were in stock on the website. So what they ended up doing was saying, look, if you take one of these other colors, we have 3 different other colors of python, matte black python. And if you take one of those other ones, we'll give you a $50 coupon that you can use on the website for a future purchase. I said, all right, I really don't want another color. Those are the ones I really wanted. But for a coupon, I think it's worth it. Because I have been scoping out other things on the website. I'm like, I really like them. I might want to purchase another pair. So I said, okay. With a $50 coupon, that makes it worth it to me. So I took it. They said, all right. I got an email later that day, said that my purchase is complete. They've shipped it out. We're done. Great. I didn't get the boot for another week and a half or so. I got these in literally yesterday, and I purchased them on Sunday 2 weeks before that. So that's almost a week, 2 weeks and a half that it took to get here. Whatever, not a problem. It is what it is. And then as I'm watching, the posts on Instagram or whatever of new boots dropping, and I'm loving some of these new boots, I'm like, you know what? I want to get that coupon, and I definitely want to get this thing going. Because they didn't email me like, hey, here's your coupon immediately. No, I talked on the phone. They didn't send me out anything. I texted them and said, hey, how about that coupon? They said, sure, we'll send it out to you. We go back and forth in the texts, and I still have the text. They have not, to this day, have not given me the coupon code for the $50 off. So the next purchase I did make on the website, no coupon. And to this day, again, I've still not received the coupon. So they changed my order on me and did not compensate me like they said they would. And at this point, I'm out of luck anyway because I couldn't get my money back. I spent my $150 plus $20 in shipping and handling. So that's wrong. Once again, I can't get a hold of anybody. They were able to call me, and if I don't know your number, I'm not picking up. I'm gonna let you leave a message. They called me the first time about these boots. They called me, they left me a message. I called them back and let them know, hey, it's me. You left me a message. I'm just calling you right back. They call me right back. Boom. So they're easy to get in touch with. But now when I'm trying to get my $50 coupon card, I can't get in touch with them. I just can't get in touch with them unless I text. And if I text enough, then they'll tell me, oh, hey, we already sent it out in an email. I said, I didn't receive it. There is no email here. I'd like to buy something on your website. Well, let me check and resend. Still nothing. To this day, nothing. Here's the kicker. They said they didn't have my size in this boot. But yet come to find out, right before making this video, this is about a week ago, maybe they've gotten a new shipment, but at the making of this video, they put out the boot that I ordered with the natural colored heel on whatnot.com, and they did an auction for it, and I'll show you a copy of it. And then it went for $95, and I paid full price. In my opinion, since I paid full price for it, the people who have ordered on the website should get first dibs on whatever comes in. Also, the lady should have told me, hey, I know you've waited a long time. We don't have it in stock, but if you wait one more week, we will have it in stock. Would you like to wait? That option was not given to me. We're out of stock. This is what we have. Would you choose that? We'll give you a $50 discount. Am I the only one that feels this way? Absolutely not. As you can see, I have my iPad here. And on Google, I mean, your Google reviews as a business, those should be golden to you. You should treasure those and do whatever it takes to keep yourself above 4 stars. They have a 2.9 star review on Google, and that's with 732 reviews. That is a large amount of reviews. So I'm not the only one that feels this way. I went on the Better Business Bureau, and they are rated at a D+ as a business. Why am I saying all this? I don't have an axe to grind with them. Although I do feel slighted a little bit about the boots, I am not mad because I just purchased another pair of boots from their website because I like their stuff. I hope they don't, hey, we're out of stock. I hope they don't do that again. But I think that these boots are actually amazing. I think that they're like, where else are you going to get, especially for the price I got this, where else are you going to get boots for $69, $70, $80, even $100 that are leather soles, leather heels, leather insoles, leather linings, leather inners and outers? It's leather everywhere. Where are you going to get that for that price? Nowhere. I mean, that is, unless you go to Mexico, then you're going to find them everywhere, especially in Leon. But here and on the website, where are you going to find, on the internet, where are you going to find boots that are this good and this nice? Wait, let me show you this one more thing. Like I said, I'm going to do a full review on these guys, so stay tuned for that. But look at this. Now, I don't know if you can notice that. Look at that. This has a different red bottom than this. I don't know why they're going between the two, or what the difference is. I personally don't care about the red bottoms, but I'm looking at like the consistency as a business. Like if I'm going to offer red bottoms, they should all look the same. And this is straight up red bottom. I don't know what it's made out of. This looks like leather that's been painted red, which also I don't care. But one or the other, you know what I mean? Sorry for the interruption. Future Mike checking in here. And I needed to check in here because of something important that I need to add to this review. Everything that I have in this review thus far is like, this is what's come in so far. I still have more boots on the way. There's the boot, the ostrich leg that didn't come right. Like there was some blemishes in it, so I sent it back. Whatnot reimbursed me, and I took that money and purchased another pair from the website, just so I can get some more experience with the website. I only purchased one thing from the website, and you're hearing my experiences. So I figured I had enough for a review, and I just made the review yesterday, day before yesterday, and another pair that I ordered from Whatnot finally came in. I'm in California, and obviously right now California's dealing with the wildfires. It ended up putting a halt to some of the traffic, so came in late. All that to say, this is what I ordered, and this is the actual auction that you're gonna see of what I ordered. Check it out.
13, Rosita. 13, falla técnica. Ah, ¿qué está pasando? Size 13, size 13, size 13. Compa Mike, otra vez. Guys, a ver.
So that is the boot that I won. When I unboxed the box today of the boots, this is what I got. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I won in the auction. And if I would have seen this, I wouldn't even have bid on it, simply because I like the stingray texture, and I like it minimalist. So if we're gonna have anything, the little diamond is cool. But I never wanted the one with the white strip all the way down. I'd also like to point out this. See if you can see this. Look at that. This is the middle of the boot. This is the middle. And the stripe goes off to the side. So there's multiple things wrong with this boot. I'm looking at my monitor right here. You can see a line right here. I think this is on purpose, but I don't think I could see that in the auction. Now, granted, it's a live feed, but I think this is what they're trying to make it look like. Hey, one part of the skin leather they stitched on here, but there's no stitches here. It's just a line, like they burned it in. A little tacky to me. There's a bunch of blemishes wrong with this boot. So needless to say, I'm upset because, for one, I didn't want this line. This is not the one I won. And then just all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, dang. So what is my overall feeling about Alfa Western Wear as a whole, the boots and the company? As I already said, I think the boots are phenomenal. I think they're excellent, especially for the price that they are charging. They are really good. Some of the older boots, they went for cheaper, so those are cool. And then these new ones, I think they're worth $150, but I think that they need to be more uniform when it comes to quality control. In other words, things like the nail and everything like that, that shouldn't be happening. So I think that they're fantastic boots. I think that they are well made, and I think they're worth 100 plus. But the company is the thing that keeps jamming me up. And I'm not talking about the owner or anybody else that works there, because they all seem like nice dudes and girls. They all seem like they're all having a good time. Everything seems to be cool with them. But as a business, when I'm talking about as a consumer, I expect a certain level of quality and customer service and customer care. And perhaps they never intended to be online retailers like they are, because they're pretty huge, I think. And perhaps they always meant to be brick and mortar in the beginning. I think they started out in 2016. And then 2020, obviously everybody got shut down. So if you're going to sell anything, you better sell it online. And they've been pretty large, I think, in the space, and they've done well for themselves when it comes to online sales. But it doesn't feel like they're set up for it. They're not ready. When we're talking about online sales, we're talking about places like Tecovas. We're talking about places like Rujo. And my personal experience, we're talking about Cuero Boots, where if I purchase something from them and it didn't fit, it already comes with the return label in it. And now I could just put that label on the box, send it back. They approve my return, no problem. And wonderful customer service, no problem. These people I can't even get a hold of. And I don't know if there's not enough employees to deal with, the shipping and the receiving and then the customer service. I don't know. But that's where they're failing the most at. So should you buy a pair of Alfa boots? Yes, if you can get it on whatnot.com, because there you have an actual chance to purchase it under the $150 price tag that you see on the website. The boots that I wanted to get in the beginning, these guys, they're selling these in particular for around $90 on average on whatnot.com. $90. So I could have saved myself $60 and got them faster, because they ship out of Whatnot a whole lot faster, because Whatnot has standards. If you're selling on this platform, you must create a shipping label for it within 2 days, and then it can't be sent out too much later after that. Everything that I bought on Whatnot, I got before the one that I got from the website, way before. The other thing is, like I showed you the ostrich leg boot, I'm returning those for a full refund. Not through Alfa Western Wear, because they would not let me return it. Just like they won't let me return these. I can exchange them, but I can't get a refund. When it comes to whatnot.com, if you bid on something and it's not the quality, or there was, when it comes to shoes or boots, if they showed you a good one, but the other one is not so good, like in my case, they'll return it. They will side with the buyer and say, we want to make sure that the buyer has a good buying experience. And so I'm able to return it for a full refund. And that's how I was able to purchase the next set of boots from the Alfa Western Wear website, because I wanted to replace the boots that I purchased on Whatnot. And it wasn't that style, because they no longer have ostrich leg in stock. So I ended up getting another Python print boot. But I was able to return them and get a refund if I didn't want them, or purchase another pair. And I didn't have to worry about that. Another caveat is that I didn't have to pay $20 for shipping. Since I'm in California, I only had to pay $8.77 from Whatnot, because Whatnot set that shipping price. So I'm getting a better deal through Whatnot all the way around when it comes to shipping price, shipping time, returns if it's not what I thought it was. Everything on Whatnot is better. All of that works provided that Alfa Western Wear continues selling on Whatnot. I think they will, because they're making a lot of sales really, really, really fast, which is great for them and great for us, because we get them for cheaper. So I'm saying go through Whatnot, because that whole customer service thing that I have a problem with, that kind of takes out most of it, because Whatnot becomes that middleman. And if you need a return, you can. So that's my definitive review on Alfa Western Wear, as it as it pertains to this time of 2025, 2026, and so on. As they change, I would love to update you and say, hey, they're fantastic. You know, they got rid of those kinks on the website. They're ready to sell. Because this is a good product. It is a very good product for what it is. And one last thing that I'll leave you with. Why do I want, for those of you who are not familiar with Alfa Western Wear, and you're just watching this video for entertainment, why do I want to buy exotic prints instead of actual prints? Like, why don't you just save up for it? Simply because, for one, exotic prints are somewhat fragile. And as your footwear naturally hits and runs into surfaces, you tear the leather. So when you pay $400 plus to get yourself a pair of full quill ostrich or some pythons, as they tear, your money kind of goes down the drain. So $150 is not bad when it comes to that kind of a purchase. Number two, these designs are fantastic. They are fantastic. So this long overview, I like the product and I like the company. I like the people who are there. They're nice. They're cool. They have great energy when I see them on whatnot.com. But their customer service is severely lacking. And that is why I cannot advocate buying through their website, because it's a roll of the dice. And maybe you roll a good one. It's like, got me a great pair of boots for a good price and everything worked out. And then if you don't, I'm sure you're used to purchasing things online. And sometimes it don't work out and you need to return it. And that's where you run into problems here. Also, the fact that they're selling on Whatnot and their website and their Whatnot prices are way cheaper. If you can be on there long enough and find one in your size and then actually win the auction, hooray for you, like hooray for me. Thank you for rolling with me. Again, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff that you know to do. These I will do a full review on, and it won't be as long as this video by far, but I will go through the stories and everything like that. And I'll give you a full review and on foot and everything like that. So for these other guys, let's do the on foot portion and we're out. And here now is the Alfa Western Wear Full Quill Ostrich print. I really love these things because they look authentic. They look authentic. They look really good. They look authentic. And I mean, you take a look. They look pretty dang good to me. Got to put them with the natural wash denim jeans. As I've stated in other reviews, I'm just wearing relaxed fit jeans. I can't wear boot cut jeans because I'm a big boy. So if I'm not wearing like a 34 or a 32, anything above that starts to bell bottom at the bottom when it comes to boot cut jeans. And I wear like a 38, 40, and in some pants 42. So these look all right. I love the look of the leather. As you've seen on the close-ups, the leather just looks, the way it's distressed and the way it's wrinkled, it looks like actual full quill ostrich leather. Even the smooth ostrich wrinkles like this leather. So I don't know how they did it, but it's pretty fantastic. The cognac is a strong orange color. The cognac color. I personally am starting to like the honey, and I'm really starting to like the chocolate color when it comes to a full quill ostrich. But this does work. This is the traditional colors, this cognac. Once again, that natural leather color, heel and sole looks fantastic. It's fantastic. And so for those black python, the matte black pythons that I'm talking about, this is the kind of bottoms that I'm looking for. All right, here is what I call the Anaconda snakeskin boots. These are just the jumbo python print, but as like I've already said in the review, these are what I call the Anaconda, because you just look at those huge, huge prints. Just as the other one, I'm kind of wishing for the color contrast. So if you're thinking about purchasing these, or you're thinking about purchasing the other python, the smaller python print in the matte black, I personally would go with the natural leather or brown bottoms so that this way you have that nice contrast. But these are good looking boots. If you're wearing the right stuff with it, they kind of shine, meaning they look good, not necessarily shining. These are matte black and they're not really reflecting too much light, which is great because that's why you get them in matte black. But yeah, I'm feeling them. They go good with dark wash jeans. Both pros and cons. There's good and bad. It's a roll of the dice to order on the website. Go to whatnot.com and order from them there. And if not, wait for the sales. Roll the dice if you'd like to. And that's my review. I'm finally done.